Mark Watts, obviously a disappointing result, but how are you feeling after that?
Well, I think, one of the things I look at as a performance, we can lose games and play well. Tonight it wasn't like that. Tonight the second half performance was as poor a second half, poor a 45 minutes as we've had since I've been back at the club. We lost at Celtic 7, we lost at Celtic 5, we lost at Hearts 6. These things happen. It can happen against any team. Celtic have lost 7, against Barca. It can happen. But tonight was different. The second half was not us. It was disjointed after the first goal. We lost. We seemed to lose our cohesion. There was no. It really looked from standing here like I couldn't see an answer. That I couldn't see where we were going to get back into the game. We were second best at the back. Their centre forward gave us a really difficult night. As difficult a night as I've seen anyone give. Mick and Ben this season. Midfield, their movement and their passing and their variety of play in the centre part, we couldn't live with in the second half. And at the back, they totally dominated our centre forwards. So we lost out in every department in the second half. Now, in saying that, you still got to say that the likes of Richard Tate. I don't think you could fault him. I think the young players, Jack and Ross McLean, I don't think you can say too much about them. You can't say that we lost 3-0 because they were playing, So I think overall it was the most disappointing 45 minutes since I've been back. What we've got to do now is find out why, try and put it right for Saturday, and now try and win Saturday.
It's easy for the players, the fans, yourself to feel deflated after that, but looking ahead, 2 big important games and this league's so tight, you can get back into the top half with 1 win. That's just the story of the league, really.
We want to get in the top half, of course we do, and we've got 23 games to do it. Tonight's a huge disappointment, but the young lads will have learned something, and part of it is to develop these players, and they'll be better for that tonight even. So Saturday's another game, and we approach it not in the same way, because we're asking questions of everybody in the dressing room about who actually who's prepared to step out on Saturday under the pressure. Even with 2,500 or 3,500 people here, there's a lot of pride at stake. There's a lot of fans coming along those 3,500 expect to see better than did in the second half, and expect to see their team winning. So players have got to be prepared to live with the pressure of the expectations, and of the criticism that they'll get after the performance tonight, that we'll all get. So who are the 11 that have got the bottle and the desire and the character to come through the tunnel on Saturday and go and take Ross County on in a game where there is going to be that added pressure to win at home?
Goals obviously change games. It was very level at half time between the two sides, and an offside goal. Do you think that perhaps could have changed things if it went to 2-1 at that point, or is it too hard to say, really?
I don't think it would have changed it. I really don't. I think that the first goal went in, I think we lost it. They upped their game in the second half. Their tempo, their aggression, their passing, their movement was just all better than us all over the park, and I don't think even a consolation goal, even at that stage, would have really seen us back in. I don't. I think that's all it would have been. So there was more than just the first goal. The first goal was coming, given the way they started the second half and the way we did.
Well, thanks for your time, Mark. Commiserations there.